Hmm. Good evening. Dev, can you hear me?
Yes, me. Able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Yeah.
Got a chance to practice?
Just now I reached home actually.
Okay, no problem. You try in the weekend, huh? Okay?
Yeah, weekend I will try to go through the everything actually.
Yeah. If you have any doubts, just let me know. Okay?
Yeah.
Today, let us discuss about Snowflake uh, pricing. So, why Snowflake pricing is important as a Snowflake data engineer? Why I should know about pricing and how Snowflake will generally charge the customer in different ways. And what are the different types of cost Snowflake will try to charge the customer? And let us understand about that part. Okay.
Okay. One question. As
Mm.
per yesterday, you
Mm.
go through the options which is the user and roles and everything,
Huh.
right?
But first before that,
Will
let us. No, I understood. But let us complete this pricing also because that is an independent topic. Then we'll go for roles.
okay. Yeah.
Because it will be like independent topic. Again, I don't want to discuss separately. So if you finish this and we can jump into the regular the roles and then we'll go with other features. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sharing my screen. Let me know you are able to see.
Are you sharing screen? Not yet.
Hmm. Just a minute. Huh? You should see now. Can you see?
Yeah. No.
Okay. So when I talk about Snowflake pricing, right, or cost, whatever it is, Snowflake will generally charge the customer in the form of credits. What is a credit? A credit is a unit of measure how Snowflake will charge every customer. And these credits also will be having one credit will have a certain price. And this pricing also will vary. If you go and see, if you have created your free account, you might have received $400 free credit, correct? No?
Yeah.
We saw that in your Snowflake environment, you will see how many credits are like available. If you go and see
Yeah.
in the
I
Snowflake,
got the
ah,
400.
yeah, it will show clearly here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
How many credits left also, it will clearly show us here. 367 credits left out of my 400 free credits. So for every query which is I'm executing, Snowflake is charging me. That is the reason already $33 have been consumed here. So this particular credits, how Snowflake is going to charge that we can see in the cost management also, which I was showing you. In the cost management, we can clearly see in the consumption, it will show us in total $36 I consumed. You see the account overview.
Yeah.
I consumed $36 and then the compute price per credit also you can see 5.40 and then the consumption also it is clearly showing me. May 16th I spent this much and May 21st I spent this much and also which warehouse consumed how much also it is showing me. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So these credits, right? Whatever you see these credits, Snowflake will charge these credits also in different ways. What are the credits? We'll see. These credits, right? Most of the Snowflake environments will have this free credits or we can also buy credits once you go and upgrade your account. And these particular credits will be used to pay the consumption of resources in Snowflake environment. What resources? Like CPU. temporary storage, memory. All these will be utilized when you run any SQL queries. Any SQL query, if you execute, it requires some resources to store your temporary data. It requires some compute to like run the query. So CPU and memory, all this stuff. So these credits will be consumed only when your queries are running. If you are not running any query, you do not need to pay any credit, and your credits will not even get consumed. So your credits will be consumed only if your warehouse is running. Where your warehouse should be in the started state. If it is a started state, you can say your warehouse is running and your credits are getting consumed. If you suspend it, no credits will be consumed. Okay.
Okay.
So these particular credits also will be calculated in a different ways. There are some factors which Snowflake will try to consume these credits. So the cost components will vary from Snowflake edition also. When I say Snowflake edition, we have different Snowflake editions. What are they? So Snowflake editions are like generally whatever you created, your free account. That is, you might have created a Snowflake Enterprise edition, right? That we
Yeah.
And there is a Snowflake Standard edition, the first one. And the second one, Snowflake Enterprise edition. Third one, Snowflake Business Critical. And fourth one, Snowflake Virtual Private edition. So the Virtual Private edition will not be available in the website. You need to reach your Snowflake team to register that. But other three editions you can see. While registering, it will show me. It will prompt us. So
Okay.
whatever you see, the Snowflake, since it is a software as a service platform, your billing will be generally happen in different ways. Not only compute cost, you will pay for storage cost also. You will pay for compute cost separately, storage cost separately, data transfer cost separately, cloud services cost separately. But all these will be charged only if you use them. If I am storing data, I should pay storage cost. If I am running any queries, your queries will use the resources and you need to pay compute cost. If you transfer any data from one region to another region, you definitely need to pay data transfer cost. And we also have other types of cost called cloud services cost. Snowflake will charge this only if you use any serverless features. What are they? We'll discuss. So Snowflake follows pay as you go. How Uber will charge us? Correct, no? Uber
Yeah.
or Ola, they will charge like once you finish your like ride, then only will charge, right? Correct?
Yes.
Same method here also. So pay as you go. Pay for whatever you consumed. How many kilometers you consumed, they will charge, something like that. So like that, your consumption of resources, the compute resources, according to the warehouse size, your price also vary. If the warehouse size increases, your number of resources will increase and your credits also will be, consumption also will increase per hour. And Snowflake will charge the customer for every credit, they will charge billed per second. And 60 minutes is the minimum. Even if you spend 15 seconds also, they'll charge for 1 minute, like one minute. And they will charge this compute per duration and storage per GB. For example, storage in terabytes and data transfer in GB. Storage means what? I may store my table data is 1 terabyte. So 1 terabyte, they will charge you a separate cost. And if you transfer any data from one cloud to one region to another region, maybe Asia Pacific, Singapore to Europe, London region, you need to pay. So sometimes you will transfer the data from one region to another region or one cloud to another cloud also. So if you are doing that, you need to pay. So Snowflake cost per credit will be determined by the different factors. What are the factors? The first and foremost factor is the edition. Every edition, like standard, enterprise, business critical, virtual private, all these are the 4 Snowflake editions available. Each edition will have different features. This is the basic one, if you observe here. Very limited features. It's a complete SQL data warehouse. Secure data sharing feature will be there. Only 1 day time travel. Do you remember time travel? What time travel will help? I can go back to a particular time and restore. Correct, no?
Yeah.
That here the maximum. If I registered a standard edition, my account, I can go only up to 1 day only. I can't go beyond that. If I go with enterprise and business critical, you will get 90 days. Can you see that?
Yeah.
If at all I want to experience 90 days time travel, I should not use this one. Correct, no? I should start with minimum enterprise. And apart from that, I can create only single cluster warehouses in the standard. But here, I can create multi-cluster warehouses also. And I can create metallized views here, but I cannot do the same here. I can experience a search optimization service feature here, but not here. So what is meant by that? This enterprise edition will get all standard features, all these features plus additionally these features. Business critical will get all these features, and then all extra features. And virtual private will get all these 3 edition features plus a dedicated metadata store, completely isolated environment with high level security. So this is very costly. To register this, you need to reach out Snowflake team. They only can guide you. You cannot register this account using the normal traditional method from the website. If you want to opt this, you want to create an account of this, you need to reach out Snowflake team only. You cannot go and register a Snowflake virtual private Snowflake edition on your own. These 3 can be registered on our own by logging into the Snowflake website. And
Any user limit for each version?
no limitation, unlimited storage, unlimited data loading, unlimited users. I can create any number of users. No restriction.
But query performance related is any
No,
difference?
see, the query performance related in the sense that depends upon how much amount of data you are using, correct? No? If the
Yeah,
data volume
true.
is, right.
But suppose say I have around 3 million data.
Correct.
Same table is around 100 people is try to utilizing that
Correct.
one.
Correct. Then go
Okay.
with multi-cluster warehouse. You can get a multi-cluster warehouse. You can increase you can use the warehouse size also in a bigger size, right? Get additional
Yeah.
resource will be there. So that's what, very good question. You need to get that experience also. When your query is running long, a single query is running long, for example,
Okay.
and which is dealing with petabytes of data, hundreds of columns. So that query, if I want to go and run that faster, I need to check the warehouse size. If my warehouse size is small or x small, I'm running petabytes of data. That is not going to help us. I need to increase the warehouse size here. When you increase the warehouse size from x small to large, the number of missions will increase. Ultimately, what happens? With the number of resources increase, my query will run faster, right?
Yeah.
That is one way. If multiple users are running multiple queries and queries are waiting and they are experiencing latency, means they need a number of additional clusters need to be increased. So that is called scale out. If the single query is running long, that is called scale up. That is called data spilling issue. Then I need to do a scale up. So scale up means increasing the warehouse size from small to bigger.
Okay.
So scale up and scale out we do occasionally when required. Based on your amount of data, then only I need to increase, right? If my data volume is not that much, I do not need to do scale up, right? Correct or not? Only when I'm experiencing some challenge, as you mentioned, make my query is running slow, then I need to look into that. If my query is not dealing so much amount of data, I do not even need a bigger warehouse also. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
So that experience you will get on once you start working on. We cannot decide what is the size of the warehouse on the first day itself. You need to do some experimentation, R&D. You need to test your queries. by changing the warehouse size, and you need to do multiple iterations. And then you will come to know which size is the correct one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is the standard edition. A standard edition will have all these features. You see all this highlighted one. That time 1 day time travel is a complete SQL data warehouse. You will see 7 days failsafe period. All these features for standard edition. So enterprise edition will have all these features plus extra these features. All this. Business critical edition will see these two features still here, and extra I'll get these features. And virtual private edition will have all the three editions features, all these three plus extra this dedicated virtual warehouse like that. So every edition, if you observe here, is having certain features. And if I want to experience all editions features together, I need to use the virtual private edition or business critical. Correct, no? Are you getting?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So performance, if I want to increase my performance means I need to increase the warehouse size, or I need
So,
to go with a better edition also. Not only performance, maybe data protection I want to experience. I want to go and give additional security. Then I go with the business critical edition only. This one. Because if I don't go business critical edition, these features will not come. Correct, no? For this.
yeah. Correct.
So you should get to that level that which edition is suitable for your use case also sometimes. Do I need to go for enterprise, or do I need to go for business critical or a virtual private? You need to also decide sometimes. But that comes on experience only. Okay.
Yeah. And one question,
Hmm.
if one table,
Hmm.
I'm trying to loading around uh,
Hmm.
300K records per
Okay.
every 6 hours.
Okay.
For that time, basically, say it will be a part of the consuming only, right?
Correct. Correct. See, that's what people do generally in a Snowflake, right? If
Mm.
my query is running for every 6 hours means only if during that time only I'll increase my size. After this query is completed, do I need a bigger size?
Not required, actually.
Immediately we'll reduce the size. We can do that. In Snowflake, the benefit is I can increase and decrease the warehouse size anytime.
Okay, is it increasing time based or it's a server utilization based?
No, no, no. Simply we can resume and suspend. We can run the command. We can schedule also. Maybe assume that I got a requirement that between 9 to 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. my critical reports will run. During this
Okay.
only this period only I'll keep my warehouses are as bigger size. Once after 11 a.m. I don't have those many queries will be running. So what I need to do? I can immediately reduce the size, right?
Yeah, true.
So that will reduce my cost also. Correct?
Yeah.
So choosing the best warehouse size also one of the responsibility of the Snowflake engineer. If you don't select the right one, you will end up with high billing also. Correct, no?
Yeah.
So once after you see the pipelines are running, after some time you will come to know, right, how much time it will run
Yeah.
generally. Any
Yeah.
pipeline, any data loading pipeline, you will come to know after some time on average every day how much it will run. Once you know that, you can go and schedule that, right? During this time only, maybe for 1 hour it will for 60 to 7 or assume that it is for 1 hour it is continuously, it requires the bigger size. So I'll only keep my warehouse size as large warehouse only during that 1 hour only. And before that 1 hour and after that 1 hour, I'll immediately reduce the size.
Okay. Basically, for my case, actually,
Uh,
I told you, right? Only insertion part only. That time only, I need to increase my
correct,
size.
correct,
After
correct,
that, we need to suspend. We
correct.
have that option as well.
Yes, yes, we can auto suspend. There's auto suspend 10 minutes or 20 minutes
Okay.
or 5 minutes you can configure. Assume that no queries are running. We can configure after no queries are running after 5 minutes. We can say auto suspend 5 minutes. It will automatically suspend the warehouse. Snowflake will do that.
Okay.
Your data ingestion completed at 10 p.m. After 10 p.m., you do not require, correct? No?
Yeah, true.
Then I can suspend, I can configure auto suspend after 10, maybe after 1 to 2 minutes or 3 minutes. If I don't want the warehouse, I can configure that. Auto suspend 3 minutes, that's it. Automatically, after 3 minutes of your data ingestion is done, Snowflake will go and suspend that. These are all we can configure while creating the warehouse. I will show you that. Okay.
Okay.
So this is how the standard enterprise, business critical, and virtual private editions generally will be selected while creating the account. Now, what are the factors that will determine the Snowflake cost? The first factor is Snowflake edition. See, the edition increases, your price will increase. Correct? No.
Yeah.
Generally, if the treatment of normal customer, priority customers, VIP customers means increase, right? The cost.
Yeah.
Similar to that, the standard is very basic level. Higher editions with advanced features equal to higher cost per credit. See, when I say Snowflake will charge based on credits means for every credit you should be a cost, right? $1 or $2 like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That cost will vary. If it's standard edition, the cost may be $1. If enterprise edition, the credit cost may be $2. For business critical, it can be $3, for example.
Mhm.
So according to the Snowflake edition selection also, your cost will change. Correct, no?
Yeah.
And then cloud provider. For example, I selected AWS region and AWS cloud. For AWS cloud, maybe US West region, the cost is different. AWS cloud, Mumbai, Asia Pacific, Mumbai region, the cost is different. So per credit, I mean, similar to that, region also will impact. Cloud also will impact. Azure cloud, like Pune region, the cost is different. So you should think about which cloud we are going to use and which region we are going to use. And finally, the virtual warehouse size also will impact. As I mentioned, XMall means if it's XMall size warehouse, Snowflake will charge 1 credit per hour. Small size 2 credits per hour. Medium size 4 credits per hour. So a SQL query with XMall size, which will take 1 credit per hour. If I use a medium size in place of that, I am wasting my credits, right? Correct or
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
If my query is not that much complex, which is not even required a medium size, unnecessarily if I start using it, I am consuming $4 per credit, which is waste of money. So I need to reduce the size to XML only. If really your queries are complex, definitely you need to use the bigger size. So total cost of the Snowflake environment is the combination of all these four factors at high level. And not only this, the warehouse type also will sometimes impact. Like we have different types of warehouses also. Standard generation 1, standard generation 2, Snowpark optimized warehouse, interactive warehouse, adaptive warehouse. So if the warehouse type also changes, your cost will change again. So Snowflake edition, region, see, standard edition. What is the cost per credit? $2.7. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Enterprise edition, $4 per credit. Business critical, $5.4 per credit. Virtual private, that is not fixed. That depends upon the organization, which Snowflake team will decide. And
Okay.
this is
Snowflake team is the main Snowflake team or
main Snowflake team. Main Snowflake team. See, to register this virtual private Snowflake edition also, you need to reach out Snowflake team only, who will help us to create the account. During that particular account creation, they will try to confirm the details from which organization we are and what cost they will offer us. Everything will be they will decide during the conversation of while creating the account, because it is a private edition, right?
yeah.
So private
And
edition means
if it is a
Mhm.
Snowflake is created for that server related is a we don't have any admin access.
No control over that, no transparency over that. Whatever Snowflake is maintaining, we don't have any transparency also.
Everything we need to chargeable for every ticket.
Exactly. Correct. If you find any difficulty, any challenges in Snowflake side, you need to reach out them only. But whatever under your control, you can manage.
Okay.
Any background application issues and all, they only need to solve it. Correct? No. Even for Gmail, for example, I will give an example. If you create a Gmail account, we will only use it. Correct? No. Whatever the issues comes on Gmail server and all, we are not responsible for, right?
Yeah, true.
We will not going to solve. Similar, same, like here also. Same approach.
Okay.
We need to follow the same method here also. You will create an account, log in and use it. Any issues comes at application level, Snowflake team has to take care of it, not we.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
And what are the different factors? Snowflake edition is one factor. The region where Snowflake account is getting created, like Asia Pacific region or Mumbai region, whatever it is, that will also impact. The cloud platform where Snowflake account is getting created, like AWS cloud, separate charge, Azure cloud, separate charge, GCP, separate charge. And the virtual warehouse sizes you are using also will impact. So what you have to understand here, the compute cost, which is basically charged like a per second billing, and that depends upon the warehouse size, and also the edition and cloud and region are selecting. Second, storage cost, which will be charged per terabyte per month, that too on the compressed data. And data transfer, whatever that data you are transferring from one region to another region or one cloud to another cloud, you need to pay for that. And what charges Snowflake is going to charge the customer, we'll see. First, we'll see the cloud provider, and then region and account type. So account type also one particular factor here. So when I say Snowflake pricing for AWS US West region, can you see that?
Yeah.
For that, what is the cost per standard edition per credit? $2. For enterprise, $3. For business critical, $4. For virtual private edition, we cannot go and find out. Snowflake team has to tell that. If the same AWS region, what is the storage cost? Snowflake offer two different methods of storage. One is on-demand storage, which is postpaid, which is $23 per terabyte. So you will store some data and you will pay for that. What is your consumption? And they will calculate and they will give us. If it is a 1 terabyte, you have to pay $23. 2 terabytes, $46 like that. If you go with capacity storage like prepaid account, then you need to go for a advance payment like that. So prepaid, how we mobile prepaid, postpaid, same like that. So for this capacity storage, for this particular Asia Pacific Singapore, not Asia Pacific, the AWS US region, the capacity storage is $20 per terabyte. AWS US West region, you can see here. Here also AWS US West region, for postpaid storage, we need to pay 23. For capacity prepaid storage, also 23. But if you go to Asia Pacific Singapore, what is the cost here? 23, $2, $3, right? If you go to like Asia Pacific Singapore and AWS, the charges are more. Can you see that?
Yeah.
2.50, which is not like this. Correct, no?
Yeah.
And even for enterprise edition also, see 3.7, which is costlier than Asia AWS US West. And business critical also $5, which is very costly. But here $4 only. So according to your cloud selection and region selection, your charges storage cost will be different. And even the storage cost also, the earlier one is $23 only. Can you see that?
Yeah.
But here it is more than that, right? $25 for Asia Pacific Singapore region.
Yeah.
So what is the conclusion here? If the region changes, correct? No, the cloud changes.
We need to better region. We need to sell it.
I'm sorry, come again.
Price. Whenever we are selecting region, we need to consider
The
price.
nearest region, that to the right region you have to select. Always nearest region you select, don't go for the far region, and select the region which you are already nearest by. Then your charges will be, if you are in India, go with Asia Pacific Mumbai, right? Correct or
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
So whatever the charges Asia Pacific Mumbai account will be charged, you will be charged. So the storage one is on demand, which we create a free account, that will go with on demand only. Correct, no?
Yeah.
So we created with a free trial account, and that will fall under on demand, because we also need to pay only for the consumption after the consumption is completed. And this is capacity storage. Snowflake team need to be going to help us if you want to create this. And but this has some benefits like bulk discounts they will give, long term price guarantees, and trainings, you will get free trainings, and also you will get the professional support from the Snowflake team. But here you need to manage everything. So on demand and storage and complete capacity storage, two are the two different accounts. So for on demand, $40 per terabyte per month. For capacity storage, $23 per terabyte per month. That is the cost. So you need to reach out Snowflake team to use this when you are really required. And coming to like storage cost, for example, if you see here, first table, this table is for unpredictable work. When I say unpredictable work, my storage can be different, right? Unpredictable means it can be $5 or $10, 5 terabytes or 10 terabytes, or it can be 1 terabyte also. So if you see this sequence, the fixed on-demand storage pricing is $25 per terabyte per month. So here, since I'm going with January, February, March, so I should pay 5 terabytes means 5 into 25, 125, right?
Yeah.
And then 10 terabytes here for February, 10 into 25, which is 250. And 1 terabyte in March, which is 1 into 25, 25. If I add all these, I got 400. But the same thing, when I go with capacity storage of 20, so what it will be? Fixed one. There is no change at all. For every month, it will be 200 only. So which means that we are wasting money here, right? In capacity storage here.
Yeah.
So we need to select this one only. If I have a unpredictable work, so unplanned storage, suddenly I got my data increased, then go with unpredictable work only as a postpaid. If any predictable work is there, I know that every month I go not more than 10 terabytes, then always go with the committed capacity. So here 10 terabytes in January, 9 terabytes in February, and again 9 terabytes in March. So these three falling on each and every month. Now this 10 terabytes predictable data can be, if I calculate 10 into like 25, right? On demand, 250. 9 into 25, 225. 9 terabytes into again 25, 225. So when I add all these, I got 400. But in this scenario, on demand is not suitable. Capacity is better than that. So observe here. Capacity is $200 only. So what I am doing here? So I am getting 600, not 700. So which is the better one for this use case? Capacity, because I know how much amount of data I'm going to generate. If I'm 100% sure that this is the amount of data I'm generating, go with the capacity storage. If you don't have any clarity how much amount of data you are going to deal with, which is unpredictable, go with the on-demand storage here. This is storage cost. This you can see this table also, which is from the documentation for AWS. Like whatever you see, this is the on-demand credit cost per credit. Like US West region, $2, right, which is already per credit.
Yes.
And $3 for enterprise, $4 for business critical, and $6 for virtual private, which is very costly, no?
Yeah.
Similar to that, I can also see different regions and their like cost also. If you observe here, there is a 2.85 for Asia Pacific Northeast one, Tokyo, which is costlier than this one. If you observe here, can you see that?
Yeah.
And even this also 4.3, which is very costlier. If you observe here with the other particular storages. So whatever you are going to use here, you should be very crystal clear. If you are not clear, you will end up with high billing. So when you are selecting your cloud, always set the right cloud. So the cloud to cloud charges also will be different. That also you have to understand.
Okay.
So Azure cloud, from here to Azure environments, and what is their pricing? You can see here. Similar to that, GCP also is there in the down. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So these are all called as compute cost. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is the storage, on-demand storage. What is on-demand storage for AWS US East region? $23 per terabyte.
Yes.
For AWS. For Azure, if you see the same Azure, your charges will be also same, but some of the regions, the on-demand storage also will be different. GCP also. GCP is a little bit costlier. If you see, they will charge based on the continent wise also, not only region wise. Continent to continent they will charge. So that is the reason they have limited regions also. Apart from this, you also need to understand that you need to go with other costs such as cloud services cost also is there. So we'll discuss about that. So the cost which Snowflake will going to calculate the compute cost, where every per credit price will be based on the cloud provider, the region I am selecting, the edition I am selecting, and the account type I am selecting. These four factors are impacting my compute, right?
Yeah.
So we need to understand the compute cost is very important one after storage cost. So the virtual warehouse are also called as compute cost here. The virtual warehouses, Snowflake supports a wide range of virtual warehouses from sizes X small, medium, large, X large to X large, like that. So these particular warehouses, whatever their size will determine how fast the queries will run. And when the virtual warehouse is not running, which means that when it is in a suspended mode, it will not consume any credits. And apart from that, the different sizes of virtual warehouses also, how they are going to consume, you can see here. So 1 credit per hour, if it is a small size warehouse I am using. If I am using a small size warehouse, I need to pay $2. If it is a medium size, I need to pay $4. If it is a large size, I need to pay $8. Clear?
Yeah.
And virtual warehouse, so what are the factors? Virtual warehouse size will increase my credit. You can see here. When the size increases, your cost will increase. So always don't start with the large warehouse. Always start with the X small only. If really required, then increase the size. And per second they will charge. So we should be having the transparency. Even running 75 seconds, they will bill 75 seconds. And scaling and auto suspend and auto resume, which Snowflake will automatically suspend your warehouse or stop the warehouse when warehouse is inactive, which means it is idle. No queries are running. And any new query will start automatically. Snowflake will start that warehouse because auto resume is enabled. And we can create a multi-cluster warehouse also. That multi-cluster warehouse, whatever we are using, will automatically add remove clusters to handle the concurrency, so that multiple users can execute multiple queries without any delay. So the scale up and scale out, which I was talking earlier, is the same. And finally, the Snowflake editions, the per credit is how Snowflake will charge us. The higher editions offer more features, but higher cost per credit also. So total compute cost is total credits consumed into the price per credit based on the edition. Correct, no? Do you agree?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is how Snowflake will charge. And apart from this, to understand, these are the warehouse types also. Standard generation 1, standard generation 2, Snowpark optimized. We have two more new also. What are they? Interactive and adaptive warehouses. They also will charge a little bit differently. So your warehouse type, if you see the Snowpark optimized warehouse, whatever you see here, the charges are a little bit higher. You observe here, $128. Can you see that? According to say, it's increasing.
Yeah.
The Snowpark optimized. Normal warehouse, they will not charge much. Normal warehouse, see, $1 only. $2 only for small. Medium, 4. Large, 8. X large, 16. But here, $32, $64. Very high, no? Compared to this pricing.
Yeah.
So this pricing only I go with $128 for 4x large. And that too, the if you observe here, the 6x large is very costly. So we don't have like some of the resource constraints for even for 6x large. I have only 768 is my cost. And Snowflake also will charge the customer in other methods also where the serverless features are used. The serverless features means the Snowpipe. A Snowpipe feature will be used for continuous data loading. So if you are using that means you have to pay. And when you are performing in database replication, that also you need to pay. And to maintain the materialized use, we need this particular Snowflake environment will charge us. And the fourth one, automatic clustering. The cluster keys like indexes in database. If you create a cluster key means to maintain that cluster keys also Snowflake charges. And search optimization service or query acceleration service. These services will speed up your query execution, but they are chargeable. So whatever you see, these are all called as serverless features. For all these serverless features, Snowflake will charge us. If you are using them, then only you have to pay. If you are not using them, don't pay. Okay? All these will fall under cloud services cost. A cloud services cost is generally will be part of this particular different costs only. And these are all how Snowflake is charging. Cluster table, you can see here, like copy files, two credits per hour, and a data quality monitor, 2 credits, like that. This charging for every like compute, it will go and calculate like this. And a cloud service cost is nothing but whenever Snowflake requires any additional resources, it will provide, but it will charge accordingly. Assume my query which is running suddenly requires some additional resources. If my warehouse contains additional clusters, it will immediately alert. And then the queries can run you by using that particular the new allotted like clusters. So this will be charged in the cloud services cost, that is you'll see only on the monthly billing. You cannot track cloud services cost in the interface. You need to wait for the monthly billing only. In the monthly bill, they will clearly indicate what is the cloud services cost also. Clear? These are all very basic fundamentals of Snowflake pricing which you need to understand. Storage cost, compute cost, and data transfer cost
Yeah.
also. When I say data transfer cost, the data transfer cost is basically when you are transferring the data from one region to another region or one cloud to another cloud, like this. The AWS, US North, US East region to same region, no charge at all, $0. Only if you change the region, maybe from US East to I am going with US West region, how much I need to pay? $20. If I am transferring from AWS US East region to any other cloud, I need to pay $90, which is very costly. So which means that your region to region, same region, no cost. If the region changes, you need to pay. At the same time, If it's a different cloud also, your charges will be a little bit more. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
So
And
all
one question, if
Hmm.
for cloud related, if
Huh.
any region is going down, we have a failure related, we have a
database
under
failover,
of
database failure is there, failback which is available, but you need to go with a minimum business critical edition for that.
okay.
The edition is important, especially banks will use it. Very good question, because sometimes you will get some outages also, correct? No,
Yeah,
to overcome that you can do a database failure and failback also. So to do that you need to have a minimum business critical edition. We are using the same. Since I'm working for a bank, we cannot take a risk. So by using enterprise edition, which does not have this database failure and failback feature, so we are going with the business critical edition, which is having this feature. Clear?
yeah,
Yeah. So when someone asks you what is the minimum edition for database failure and failback, you clearly need to mention that which is the edition, the business critical edition.
okay.
See, this is for GCP. GCP is very, very costly. If you observe here, compared to this one, $150, $190 also is there. Can you see that?
Yeah,
When you are transferring data from GCP to another region, you need to pay, like, see, this in different ways. Same region, zero, but different region, $10 per terabyte. Different continent, $80. Or Asia continent to US continent, you need to pay $80. So that is very difficult. So that's why we have less regions for GCP. These are all the table which I collected from the Snowflake documentation. Anyway, I'll share this PPT. You can go through it. Okay.
yeah, sure, sure.
So this will help you to understand what is the cost Snowflake will charge you. You should know that. When people ask you how Snowflake will charge, you should tell them there is a separate cost management available. Our target is to reduce the cost by understanding this. Correct? No?
Yeah,
So I'll share this PPT. Just go through it, and I'll share some basic queries also to monitor your environment pricing also.
yeah,
Can you check it?
yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, that's all for today. And please try
Yeah,
to look into this PPT and try to work on this pricing queries and come back with any of your questions in the next class.
yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, thank you.